guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Miss D and I'm here with
the Brownie Tube. That's like my new name now.
Oh,
the Brownie Tube. Oink.
But anyways, hi guys. So we're doing a video on some tips for those of you just going into university.
Congratulations, by the way,
to everybody that graduated this 2017
summer.
It's not easy
at all.
That's a major milestone in your life, and uni is the next step. Don't forget to wait to the end of the video to see the interviews with like all the new students going into university and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
as veterans, you know, we've done
that.
I'm still in uni right now.
Well, you're more or less done.
But I'm more or less, yes. But we've been through it for a couple of years now.
You know, I think I'm even going back to uni for a PhD.
Exactly.
Still,
so we kind of like know what we're talking about.
Kind of. And I feel like I went into uni very young. I went into uni. I think I turned 16 at uni, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I think we actually celebrated
my 16 together. Yeah.
Oh, throwback.
Has it? But yes, obviously uni is a whole different ball game, and from the interviews I've done, like at the end of the video, everybody's like freedom, you know. And I mean, freedom is good. Freedom is definitely good, but you need to.
Freedom comes with a price.
You
guys.
can't just
like
be free and wild and free.
Okay, the first thing I'll say is know yourself before you get into uni. Like know your study, how you do all these things, because I'm somebody that I really thought that I could handle 100% freedom, and it's upon like further review that I realized that even within that freedom I needed like a regimen, like I needed to set my own boundaries for myself, because a lot of times you go in and you think, oh yeah, they will tell you in the beginning of the semester your deadline is at like tipe fasha. You think to yourself, there's time. They'll tell
freshers party,
they'll tell you your first year doesn't count. You just have to pass it. And you're thinking, yeah, no problem. Guys, you have to set your own standards, because how you start a lot of times determines how you finish.
Because you form a habit.
Yes.
And the habit you form in your first year. Like I feel like despite the fact that first year doesn't count, if in your first year you actually study properly, you know what works for you when you study, you know what doesn't work for you when you study, and then you're able to apply it to the years that count.
It won't be overwhelming for you, because if you decide to start like second year now, you're like, okay,
let me see if poster notes work for me or cramming work for me. That's not the time to do that.
This first year, use it to establish yourself. If there's any point in time that you feel like I have to make a mistake, please make it in your first year. In fact, if possible, in your first semester, just make the mistake and
learn from it.
But obviously, that's like education.
That's education wise. We're not really talking mainly about education, but that's very important. That's why you're going there.
As in major.
So I've been cutting that one out of the way.
Exactly.
Now we can talk about other things. One mistake I made at uni rather is the fact that I stuck to Nigerians a lot.
Same.
I think the reason for this was
the fact that
close,
but still.
I think the reason for this was the fact that I went to secondary school there, so I was around a lot of like non-Nigerians, non-black people, like other races and stuff, and I was craving being around African, Nigerian,
that side of the spectrum.
All that kind of
Me
stuff.
that came from Nigeria, I still only wanted to be around Nigerians. I think it's a thing about being in your comfort zone, and if you get the opportunity, obviously some of you watching will still be like, will go to uni in Nigeria. Other people will go to uni in other places.
Yeah.
I feel like wherever you are, like try and
get a mix of friends, because
and get the most of your experience.
Where life is going to take you. You never know who you're going to need. Like you never know where you're going to find yourself. Like now, if I go to India for my master's degree, like I know that I can hit a few people up that, yes, babe, I'm in India, let's hang out and stuff.
I was really upset. Obviously, my master's experience, from knowing all this, my master's experience is definitely going to be different.
Yeah. Because
like going in and thinking, there's nothing wrong with having Nigerian friends.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because like our friend Tobori had a lot of other friends. I don't know why that thing was about sound racist, so I just had to like pull it back together.
Oh, hell.
She had other friends and she still has them till now. And now she went back for her master's and she's even having like more other friends like
and she's
non-Nigerian
meeting up
friends.
with those other friends from before.
Exactly.
She's going for their
It's
weddings
possible
and
to
stuff,
establish.
like,
Let me tell you, it's possible to establish. Don't let Nigerians fool you.
don't let them
It's possible
fool
to
you.
establish good, close friendships with people that are not from Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually a major key
like,
to have.
and
that.
you like experience like life from their point of view as well. Because trust me, like
It's good to be well.
your region, say your region, where you're from affects who you are.
Yeah.
So you just
Yeah. Another thing concerning like your school environment and uni in general, I feel like you should get involved in as many things as you can without it being overwhelming to your studies.
Of
like
course.
Clubs, like maybe events that
society
events that the school itself is having and stuff like that.
Even educational events like networking events, all these TV clinics
How
and all
to
that kind of
write,
stuff.
even academic writing,
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Get
involved
involved
with
with
things
it
that
because
can benefit you. They might not benefit you at
at
that point
in the
time.
long run, they definitely will. Like, because I feel like the ACS used to run a lot of, like academic career programs,
So
and the people
like
that were
Fair-
really grounded in that. Look at them now; they have jobs.
Yes.
What am I doing? I'm employed.
We were more interested in joining like
Social.
yes, the social
kind of
ones,
stuff.
but like you.
And I mean, we still
enjoy it.
benefited
I
from
mean,
all
at the
that.
end of the day, but you can never underestimate the benefit of actually being able to meet the right people at the right time and learning the right thing at the right time. It's not like when you're done with uni that you want to start learning how to write a CV. Honestly, it's not really. I still don't properly know how to write a CV.
Yeah, another thing I would say, like, if you're sorry, like, if you're trying to be like a creative or like an entrepreneur or something along those lines, uni is the best time to start and be consistent when you start, because you have such a wide audience. You have so many people in your lectures, so many people you interact with on a daily basis, like just so many people around you at that time. And obviously, if people like you and you're popular at uni and stuff like that, they will push your stuff. And they will push
without
it across.
Do you
get? They will push it across the board. So you're appealing to the black people. Sorry, guys. Appealing to the black people.
She said she's one of them. That's why she can say it. You can't say it if you're not one of them.
Appealing to the Nigerians. Appealing to those of other
Foreigners.
the foreigners. Like appealing to people across the board. So definitely start at uni. Be consistent at uni. And when you're coming out of uni, you would have already established something grounded and solid. And I feel like that's a mistake I made, because we
didn't have people to like tell us
all
stuff like
this
this,
and
to
stuff
be
like that.
honest.
Because looking at all these new YouTubers that are on YouTube, they're all in uni, and it's all their friends like on their channel, and they're having their
like
views. But obviously, when you're out of uni, you're not in that environment that you
can just
have
spread,
access
like,
to so many people at the same time. Because at uni, you're on campus.
It's true.
So many like unlimited access, right? So make the most of it. That's one thing I'll definitely say.
That. I think for me, one of the most important things, and thing that you should not even forget about, is that come in with your principles, like what it is that matters to you. Everything, like things can still revolve around, like things can stem from that, but know the things.
Know the
if you
core,
set to yourself,
your core being.
If you set to yourself, I'm
do.
a Christian, I'm a Muslim, that is important to me. The things that you do have to surround the fact that you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, that is important to you. If you say, education, my academics, I need to get, like, this is the grade that I want, and stuff like that, make sure that the decisions that you make are around that. If you say you want to interact with people, and these things can be for one person, obviously it will still be like a pie chart, so there will be different levels, different percentages.
Yeah.
But like, just know the core values that you have, like what you want to, and make sure that everything you're doing falls in line with all those things.
Because at uni you come across so
many people, so many attitudes, so many personalities.
People, you're like
so many substances.
Do you understand? So you need to know your limits, you need to know your boundaries, have boundaries. You cannot go into uni without boundaries.
Just say, let's see what happens.
I want to turn up and that's your goal. No. Even with the turn up that you want to turn up,
exactly.
have your goals. Like if you want to turn up and you know that you want to be on the social scene, okay, cool. Start throwing parties, start finding a way to make income and stuff like that. Don't just do it for the moment.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? And another thing I would say is try to work and save as much as you can. Like
Yes.
I used to save.
God.
I used to save at
She
uni.
used to save,
but
the rest of us used to be
if
so
I
broke.
knew the way life was going to be now, I would
I
have
would have
saved
never
more
spent all
because
those shoes that I bought.
that
that I don't even know where
shoes,
they are.
That leopard print shoe that
Yeah.
I bought, such a waste of money. I was,
I
and I
got
saw
it
someone
from
was
office or
there.
something.
No, someone was with me. Was it that you or Kenny? And
I'm like,
you guys-
yes,
that you were like,
girl,
yes,
those
it's fun.
shoes, popping.
Bad friends, bad friends. Because I only want those shoes once, and it was a waste of money. Like honestly, like no. So like, you get what I'm saying? Save as much as you can. Like you never know what tomorrow is going to bring.
Especially with the way
And
the economy
is right now. And the thing is, you're going to be getting your money in foreign currency, and you're going to get more than you need to survive. Save that money. So when you're out of uni, like there's nothing better than being independent when you're out of uni. So when you're out of uni,
having to ask people,
your parents for money. When you're out of uni and you come back to Nigeria, for example, if you have bare forex saved or you're a baller on your own, if you tell your parents I want to do this and they're not,
and they are not
you
giant,
bring out your
bring
own
out
money,
your money
and you do
it
your
by
thing.
yourself.
So like definitely save as much as you can. Work as well, part-time jobs, because like especially in the UK, I don't know about anywhere else because I've never schooled anywhere else.
Yeah.
But like in the UK, there's an opportunity to get a part-time job. Do that
Because you actually have a lot of free time.
You have a lot of,
free
especially
time.
in your first year as well. Maybe in your third year, you might not want to work as much as before, but like definitely work
First
and
and second
save
year
the money.
work.
Don't work to buy a Michael Kors bag, Louis Vuitton this, and try to meet up your standard. No, like if you can afford that, fine. If your parents are giving you money that you can afford that, fine.
If you have disposable,
don't now be saving for that.
Like save towards your future. It's actually so important, and it's such an old person thing to say. But literally, like at this point in time, like if
I wish I saved more.
Yeah,
I wish I worked. Actually.
I wish I worked as well. Something that I feel like we missed out on is that if you're young and if you're in uni and you feel like you have like any kind of wanderlust, like you love to travel and stuff like that, that is probably the best time for you to
can
travel.
save towards traveling.
Yes, you can save towards traveling. Traveling is more affordable, especially when you're doing it in groups and stuff like that. Because once you're working, you're probably not gonna have that time.
You have
summer
time,
holidays that
money,
you
and
you
like
can plan things with your
exactly.
friends. Obviously, within a certain
limit,
limit, even if it's to share rooms or to camp
Definitely.
outside and stuff like that. Any adventures that you want to have, I think uni
Exactly.
is a good time to have it. Start planning for those adventures. Make plans with your friends.
Exactly.
Find the most affordable. Nobody's expecting you guys to ball and
to be in a
forget
five-star
about
hotel.
this Instagram lifestyle. Okay.
No. Live within your limits.
Live within your limits. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's
Live
another
within
thing.
your limits. I remember when we were in uni, and all the boys, like all these, I don't want to say northern boys. What's this Hausa boys? What's Hausa boys? They would like all come together and share one house, one room, or not. Okay, maybe not
Maybe
like
flat.
a 2-bed or something. There'll be like 8 of them. Just so that they can use their
Money to flex.
To flex. You see
And
them
buy
with the
Gucci
Gucci
belts.
belts.
I'm tired of this.
Oh my god! I'm actually done.
Anyway,
See them flexing when they're Gucci belts and stuff like that.
Show, popping the bottles.
Meanwhile, like,
table.
As in
Don't let that
guys,
table life
that table
deceive you.
life. Don't let it.
Don't let
Like
that table
expectations
life-
versus reality, for real. So like, make sure you live within your means. What you need. Focus on what you need. When you have what you need, then you can start thinking about what you want.
Again, like friendships is another thing I would say be careful of at uni. Like obviously when you first go to uni, you want to be friends with as many people as possible. That's fine, you can even be friends with as many people as possible. But know what you keep to yourself. Know what
It's even better to start up as a private person and open up
than
to open up and become a private person.
Exactly.
Trust
so
me.
like you can still have as many friends as you want. Just keep your private business to yourself. Trust me, because girls are not loyal, boys are not loyal. Everybody is just a
people are
bit
not
messed up
loyal,
at
man.
uni. Like everybody is excited about freedom
And
that
selfish,
they start to
like
do.
they don't care about
exactly that they start to do whatever.
They like
so
you, but it doesn't mean that
they
care about
your well-being. So be careful.
On that friend note, I mean, I don't want to sound like the worst person in the world, but especially if you're a girl, in fact, girls and guys, just be wary of all these cliquey friendships, like groups. Be wary of large groups. I would say, and this is even from not only from speaking from experience, but like I'm talking about concerning my reality right now. it's so much more important to have individual friendships with different people than to feel like, oh, all your friends are just in one circle. Everybody, like, we're best friends with each other. We don't, because that kind of thing, not only can it go south really quickly, it's never going to be an equally, like, it's not going to be a balanced friendship.
Even
and when things go south
within the cliques,
when things go south and everybody starts doing every man for himself, or everybody starts picking their own friends to go away with, it's going to be an issue for everybody that is there.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying don't be part of a group, but like, don't invest.
so
Have
much
friends outside that
that
group.
Yes.
Have friends in different walks of life.
Yeah.
You really need to have like a well-rounded experience. So don't spend all your time with the
particular
same
group of people.
yes, the same exact people.